I get it now. I do. Okay, we learned something today. We're gonna do the 2.8 survey today. A little bit of doom scrolling in the evening. Girl, me too. You got me there. You got me there. The streets are saying it's bad and I'm scared. So I didn't know. Hello? So in the last reversed video, we have to lock in to listen to Nautica's life-changing lines. Hold on. I got all the expiration notices. It's fine. Oh, everything's fine. She said there was a wind and all of a sudden I heard like a knock. I was like, wait a minute. They got sound effects now. I'm pretty sure that was unrelated. She talks so much. They gave her such long login lines. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, things are happening. So basically, in the last reverse video, I put Nautica on my main screen and I didn't know there was a whole animation because Nautica is my first anniversary limited. Really, I think she's my first limited in general because the Angel Nala incident. So I didn't know she had a really cool animation. I didn't know that happened. I get it now. I do get it now. Okay, we learned something today. Hello, friends and gamers. Actually, on the time of recording this, it is the day after the official 2-year anniversary of Reverse 1999. I recorded a video yesterday and didn't realize that was the 2-year anniversary because my 2 years with Reverse 1999 isn't until Halloween, actually. Because, fun fact, I was actually traveling when Reverse released. I was at the Genshin concert in multiple states away because they didn't have it. Anyways, there was no text this one, and I don't blame them. Anyways, we are going to hopefully finish. Oh, it's Pickles' birthday! I hope he got all the treats. That's so cute. We have stuff to do. Is it all? You've been holding onto your cocoon of myths for quite some time. Once expired, it will no longer be usable. Don't forget to... What's the cocoon of myth? Oh, there's a survey. We should probably do a survey video, yeah? We were gonna do Nautica. Hold on, I'm gonna leave those there and I'll think about it. This might end up being a survey video. Which we haven't done a survey video in a minute, so it probably should be a survey video. We can talk a little bit about the version. But while we're here, let's figure out what this cocoon of myths is, because I have no idea what they're talking about. Did the battle pass end as well? Oh my gosh. No, what's missing from here? Because we have you. You're still going. And then, oh, battle pass did end. Okay. So we'll finish up No Man's Land at least. Come on. We will be back. All right. I know nothing about the next version, by the way. I need to really get into that. I was trying this new thing. I was trying gacha recaps, right? And I got so behind, and then I got caught up, and then I got so behind again. So gacha recap was a work in progress series because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it yet. To not staying. I'm not continuing gacha recap. So I thought about it. I'm like, I'd rather spend more time in game because the whole point of gacha recap was I didn't actually go in game. I think I'd rather spend more time in game with my games rather than sitting on Twitter. So I'm getting caught up with things because this way I decided to do things didn't really work, and that's okay. We were trying something new. If I had never tried it, I wouldn't know if it was a thing we could do or not, and it's not. We're not doing it. I just made this decision like earlier today. So what am I looking at? Cocoon of Myths. Is this something that would be like, where would this be? Also, I want to get my weekly tribute. Hold on. I'm also losing my voice, so we actually might not. We might actually do event speedruns today. I'm not gonna lie. Because I've been thinking about what I want to do here. We might do event speedruns. Let me go to warehouse. Consumables. Cocoon of Myth. Oh! Use this to awaken a chosen epiphany and instantly raise a character's euphoria or lucidity to max. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Fine. All right. It's fine. Everything's fine. We probably should use... What is it that I'm looking for? We probably should use our tapes. That we should do. My game is very laggy. My Steam might be doing something that I don't know about. No, it's not doing anything. Okay. I probably need to update my graphics drivers or something because I was having the same issue I was having a couple of months ago. I don't even know if it was months or weeks, that when I tried to turn on my PC, whenever I tapped a key on my keyboard, so like put in my password to log in, the screen went black. And last time updating my drivers fixed that. So Jay's here. I'm just making sure that, like, I wish we could use the tapes. If I pulled on Moldir's banner and it gave me more tapes, I'd be pulling on Moldir's banner. All right. I have 65. I don't really even know what to do with that. I'm like, do I just grab? We're just gonna grab some clawed pendulums. I don't know what to do with this stuff. I have 5 left, so we'll get a Solidus. Okay. Bye. Because that's the thing. I got 1 copy and I know I want some of the 3.0 characters, if not both of them. So I'm like, I'm probably gonna pull on both their banners, quite frankly. That's why I pulled my singular copy of Nautica and was like, okay, we're good. We're fine. All right, let us do that survey. This is gonna be a survey video now. Claim all, and then we will go tap into the survey and I'll make it look pretty on screen. Because last time we did a survey video, I did it. Oh yeah, reverse surveys are weird in the fact that they don't properly show up in the game overlay in OBS. It's a whole thing. We had this issue last time. I'm gonna pause the recording so I can make it look pretty, because last time I did it in the reaction setup and I didn't like it because you guys couldn't see the survey because it was very tiny. So we're gonna do it this way. I'm gonna figure this out. Give me a second. I'll figure it out, don't worry. I interrupt your regularly scheduled survey programming from the main screen of reverse because I forgot the thing again. Which is funny because I only remembered while I was recording the survey because there was a question that called me out immediately in there. Anyways, you'll see in the rest of this video. You'll see what I'm talking about. But I must say before we continue, well, this video in particular is not sponsored. I am a partnered creator with Blue Epoch and Reverse 1999 and will be receiving compensation from this video. However, that does not change any of my opinions on version 2.8 or Reverse 1999 as a whole, because we're about to get into some opinions. These are my honest opinions on 2.8, regardless of the fact that I am a creator with Reverse 1999. I still said what I thought about things, and if I didn't like it. Anyways, I now return you to your regularly scheduled complaining and such. Take it away! Played with my OBS a bit too much, and now all the, everything's, slightly off. Not well, the screen's different, obviously, but, everything in OBS, my meters and things are, slightly off, and it's really bothering me. Anyways, that's an aside. So, my audio mixer is, wider, and it's bothering me. Anyways, I played with OBS. We got it working this time. So, we're gonna do the 2.8 survey today. We're gonna do it together, and we're gonna have a good time. All right? All right. Okay. So, even though I have not been logging in, and I have not finished my events yet, how satisfied have I been with 2.8? Honestly, the fact that I got Nautica, I've been pretty satisfied. I don't know if 2.8 has been my favorite version ever. I feel like there's other versions I have enjoyed more. I'm trying to think of a good example of a version that I really, honestly, a little bit of a throwback to earlier this year. I think Haunted Highway was a favorite for me, but that was, I feel like, more so because it took place, hypothetically, very close to my own stomping grounds, so it was really fun for me to go through it and be like, oh, that's a thing here, oh, this is supposed to be this, and I thought it was really fun. I had a lot of fun doing the southern accent for the character story quest. I think it was really fun. I think that was more so an aside thing, the reason why I liked it so much. And also Argus is a mainstay. I use Argus, so one of my favorite characters in Reverse to this day, so I feel like that was just happened to be a favorite. Because also I think about the versions, because I wasn't around for the initial run of the first Alluru Games event, but I did the rerun and really, really adored it, loved it so much. And actually that might have also been, I have a feeling, a sneaking suspicion that they reran Alluru Games' first run of it, so the Australia one, the same time as, I think that was also the Haunted Highway patch earlier this year. So I think that was my favorite patch. I did like London Dawning, because that was another Allure Games patch, and I always talk about how much I love the Allure Games storylines. I think they're so fun, and I really, really like them. I think both Allure Games events have made me, those are the most I've cried, I think, in any Reverse story or event. It's up there with Schneider. It's up there with, I'm not going to say what about Schneider, in case you're new here, but it's up there with Schneider. Ooh, I don't know. I don't think 2.8 was my favorite, but I did enjoy it at the same time. I liked the characters, obviously. I love Nautica so much. We must protect her. Oh god, I can't I can't articulate it. Because what I was trying to say with London Dawning, I liked London Dawning, but not as much as I liked the original arc. However, I was able to connect to a certain degree to a character like Willow, and to the point where, yeah, I cried a lot. But also I was extremely ill during that event, so my enjoyment of it was kind of shot a little bit. So, I still have the footage sitting on my hard drive from Willow's story quest. I forced myself to do it, and I was crying, and I was, already sick while doing it, and I didn't have my voice, and it was a whole thing. But I still really like that one, so I don't know about 2.8. Because I don't find myself as motivated to do the events and things from 2.8 as I have with other versions. So I would say I'm satisfied, but also I have to think about the fact that we got all those anniversary rewards, and the anniversary rewards this year kind of went crazy. I think I'd put it up there a very satisfied, quite frankly. I really liked 2.8. I would say if I was giving it like a 5-star ranking, right? Very satisfied. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, so we can do that. If I was giving it a 5-star ranking, right, with very unsatisfied being a 1 and very satisfied being a 5, I think I'd give it a 4.75 or higher. Not necessarily a 5, but like it's very close to the point where I'm just gonna round it up to 5. Like, because that's the thing. I'm like, if we're using Goodreads as a basis here, the thing about Goodreads is that you can't do point. You can't do decimal. 4-star or bust. Like, you can't do anything else. So if we're using that as an example here, this is the case of something between a 4 and 5-star that is so close to a 5-star, I would round it up to a 5. Anyways, that's, I think, my final verdict on 2.8. Because, like, story-wise and, like, event, I didn't feel as connected to certain things, but the anniversary rewards kind of went crazy. So, next page. How satisfied are you with the version 2.8 event Paradise Regained? So this was a new chapter event, obviously. So I am not caught up on main story. I have 2 slots on my schedule to get caught up on main story in the near future, but not right now. So I would say I'm still satisfied with it because there is still a way to take part in the Paradise Regained event. You still can get these shop rewards, and this is something I love that Reverse does. The fact that you can still get shop rewards but by just logging in and doing dailies. I have just been logging in and doing dailies. I haven't actually done Paradise Regained, this story event, because I'm not caught up with the story, and I refuse to be a story skipper. I will not do it unless it's in a event. Like, I would skip story and Critter Crash. That I would do. So the thing with Paradise Regained, and they do this all the time, is that you can still get the shop rewards by just logging in and doing your dailies every day. And reverse dailies are very easy. So I'm still satisfied with it, even though I didn't get to do the story part. I'm satisfied with how they ran it. I almost have the shop cleaned out. In fact, we'll probably clean out the shop in this video. So I'm satisfied with it. Am I very satisfied? No, because I didn't get to do the main part of it. I'm satisfied with the part I was able to do. That's basically it. Number 3, how would you rate the overall level of grinding in a version 2.8 Paradise Regained, comparing the desired rewards you gained with the effort you put in? So here's the thing, when I talk about the cleaning out the shop, I logged in and did my dailies and that's it. So I don't think it's not, relatively it's not grindy unless you consider your dailies grindy, but I really don't. I'm just like, okay, yeah, we log in, we do our dailies. Because I throw them on the second monitor. That's the thing. I throw them on the second monitor, have AutoClear figure it out for me. I build my characters every now and then when I need to intervene and build a character, and I log out. That's it. So I got the Psycube, I got the Unilogs, I got all the exclusive stuff from this version. I did not do the side events. Ooh, because then there's the fact I haven't done the side events yet. I'm thinking, because also I recorded the first Nautica story video yesterday. I have to do the next 2, because Nautica's, I budgeted 3 hours for Nautica. I figured it would be longer, and also because I didn't get started right away in that video. The thing with that video that you guys will see in a couple months, because of how backlogged my editing is, but I'm working on that. I always say that, but I'm working on it, don't worry. I took Gacha Recap off the Gambit for a reason, and it's so I can get caught up with some editing, all right? Here's the deal. In that video, I said that Critter Crash isn't worth it because there's no limited rewards from Critter Crash. I go on Twitter yesterday night because I wasn't feeling well, so I did some doom scrolling, a little bit of doom scrolling in the evening, and I realized I totally missed the twins garment from Critter Crash, meaning I now have to, because I said I had 2 slots on my schedule to do some story catch up. One of those was because I decided not to do Critter Crash, and now I have to do Critter Crash. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna end up doing, because I say that I'm gonna have to do some event speedruns this time around because I'm going to see the new Frankenstein on Wednesday. Very excited, but for that reason, the patch ends on Wednesday for me. It's essentially like I have to finish it like before I go to sleep Wednesday night, essentially. So I'm not gonna have time on Wednesday. So I'm thinking I might throw, I really want to get Muldear's character story down, but I'm thinking I might end up throwing that into an event speedrun video with Critter Crash and Pre-Storm Protocol. I have to do that one as well. Pre-Storm Protocol, the rewards are worth it. I don't know if Critter Crash is worth it from everything I've seen, but I think I'm gonna have to say neutral because the 2.8 main rewards, the Paradise Regained rewards, there's like no grind in that at all. You just, if you log in and do your dailies enough times, you'll get the rewards. I'm so serious about this. Like, it's not that serious. Like, it's very easy to get the rewards. It's grindy, but it's like mindless grinding where you can just like throw it on the second monitor. It takes 5 minutes and you're done. You know, like that's all that is. But I did not do Critter Crash yet. And I've heard some horror stories about Critter Crash. So I'm gonna say neutral. I'm gonna be neutral on this one. Number 4, how satisfied are you with version 2.8 event Paradise Regained in the following aspects? All right, so now we can kind of break it down a little bit. New characters related to their personalities and appearances. I am very satisfied, even to the point we never did a kit review for Buddy Fairchild because I did not unlock Buddy Fairchild because you had to do the Paradise Regained main story stages, which would be chapter 10 story stages, and I haven't gotten that far yet. So I did not get Buddy Fairchild. I'm not really torn up about it because he's going to standard in like 3.2 or something anyways. So I'm not really concerned. I don't really use my 5 stars that much anyways. I'm not concerned about it. But I think Buddy Fairchild is hilarious. I love that goddamn squirrel so much. So we did kit reviews of everybody else though. I've said before, I'm very proud of myself for not caving on pulling Muldir. I think it's because it took me so long to get Nautica that by then the 3.0 characters already got announced and I was like, we gotta lock in. I can't pull Muldir, we'll get her on the standard. But I've been thinking about it. I have been thinking about pulling. We might do a one pull for Muldir. We'll do a singular one because that pity rolls over. Actually, you know, we might do Muldir pulls in this video. I'm so serious about that. Anyways, because I feel like I'm gonna be kind of lukewarm on the new 3.0 characters, even though I think they're really cool. I really like Muldir, so we might just pull for her instead, okay? But that being said, I was like almost certain I was gonna cave for Muldir and not end up. I thought I didn't know I was gonna be getting Nautica. And then I really like Ulrich as well, our favorite feral fluid. I really like all the new characters. This is an interesting part of the question. The cultural references. So this is related to the historical and cultural representations throughout the event. Now, I am not the end all be all on this, obviously, because the cultures represented in this particular event are not my culture to be speaking on, but I can appreciate it. And I do think that they did a good job. Like if there's other patches that the job of cultural references hasn't been done as well, and there's patches where it's been done superbly and like very, very well, I would say I'm again between satisfied and very satisfied from what I've seen because I think it's done really well. I think even the fact that we have like references even in Nautica's character story, I'm assuming there's even more from Muldir. I'm kind of satisfied with it. Like, I think they did a good job with this patch in that regard. But I do like that they're asking this, especially because we have had patches, even in the 2.x line, that were not received as well culturally. And my brain immediately goes to Tristis Tropics. That patch, there was a lot of concern over that patch. So them just asking this, I don't know if this is a common thing they ask because I have not been on my survey game, but I do appreciate Blue Outback just asking this question in general. All right, event stories. I am gonna say satisfied because I haven't finished Nautica's yet, but I am really enjoying Nautica's character story. So I think it's good. I'm very like excited to see where it ends up going. We are gonna do some of that tonight. I'm not sure if we'll do it tonight because I'm doing a story video or a survey video, and I tend to yap a lot in a survey video. So next we have visuals, which is the story environments, combat environments, CGs, etc. I mean, just the you know, this one I almost think I would say neutral for because doing Nautica's, I have noticed quite a bit of reused assets, which I don't have a problem with, quite frankly, if they match the vibe. But I will say that in Nautica's character story, they are reusing a bedroom asset that they've used before. One of the instances, it's the bedroom essentially from, actually, funnily enough, it's the bedroom from the Australia Allure Games event. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's that bedroom, and it's a little bit too technologically advanced for Nautica's story because they talk about like burning candles and like blowing out candles at the end of the night, but there's lamps. Like they have lamps and like a TV. It fits like the cozy vibe of like this little cabin they're supposed to be in, but it's also like not correct. So I think I would say, because also like there's other things. I'll say I'm between neutral and satisfied. We'll go neutral. We'll go neutral. Because it didn't fully take me out of the story. It was kind of like oh, this is not right. System guides, the gameplay guide and controls. Again, I'm just gonna say neutral for this one because I did start Critter Crash last night and I didn't go through the full tutorial, but it was kind of vague going. I still don't know what kind of gameplay Critter Crash is. Let's say that. Okay, interface design then. This is related to the aesthetics and usability of the event interface. I am again going to say neutral for the sole purpose that the reward claim for, oh god, what is it? The reward claim for the main event, 2.8 event, the Paradise Regained event, they have like a checklist of things you check off and go through. It is not available on the main event page. I cannot show you right now because we're in the survey, but it is not, you can't get to that checklist for the main 2.8 event where you claim your points to use in the shop. You cannot access that from the main event page. It's just not there. You have to go into a combat stage and like open up the interface, but not actually go into the combat to get to the checklist. And it's really annoying. Other than that, everything's great, but I'm gonna give it a neutral for that. Just for that one. Okay, so then we have music/dubbing. This is related to events, ambient music, character voiceover, etc. I'm giving this one very satisfied. This is a personal opinion, but also an opinion that I've seen kind of reflected by the greater Reverse community, that the English voice dubbing for Nautica specifically was done so well. This girl is so anxious, and they really reflected that. I've seen jokes that this is because the voice actor also has anxiety, and girl, me too. So I really related to that. But I think that they did a really good job doing the music and the dubbing and all of that. Really good job. Not just for Nautica, but like everyone, quite frankly. Even when we got Ulrich in the first patch video, I said I really enjoyed how they gave his voice a sort of tinny quality that not a lot of gacha games are doing for their robot or like non-human characters. Because like Ulrich shouldn't sound like a robot because he has a robot body. The ferrofluid is not, like, he's not, you know, it's like a different sort of thing, but he has like just a slight tinny quality to his voice that I think is perfect for the character he is. And like, I was very impressed by that. So yeah, music and dubbing, superb. Events, fun, aka fun of the gameplay. I'm gonna say neutral because I haven't really done too much of it, but also I'm saying neutral because Reverse sometimes with character stories, and I am basing a lot of this off of Nautica's character story because that's all I've really started and done so far. But I do have a gripe with it. So Reverse sometimes will forego putting a minigame in a character story if it doesn't fit the vibe. So the biggest example I tend to use is Willow. Willow did not have a minigame in her character story. It was just a story. And based off the tone of Willow's character story, putting a minigame in there just wouldn't have worked. Her character story was gut-wrenching. I cried, I think, multiple times doing her character story. It's so dark, but also like so real that it's like, oh yeah, putting a minigame would not have worked here. I feel a similar way with Nautica. The minigame they did incorporate isn't super like goofy. It is kind of more like almost like a strategy game. So I feel like it works because there's some really dark strategy games out there. But at the same time, I think it would have been better to just not put a minigame in there at all and just kind of focus on the story because it is very dark. You know, like she gets lost in the woods and it's like bleeding out. She turns into the creature. Like I feel like her character story just, it wasn't gonna fit, quite frankly. It should have just been the story. So I am gonna put that one there for that. Lastly, we have rewards, aka the appeal of event rewards. I mean, I don't even use the twins, and you got me putting Critter Crash back on my schedule to get that goddamn garment. So like, I'm satisfied with the appeal of the awards, all right? Very satisfied, actually. I think we're gonna stick with that. Next page. Okay, how satisfied are you with the following events of version 2.8? So now we talk about Paradise Regained, which is the new main story chapter. I didn't play this, so I am gonna put not interested / didn't play. Not for the not interested, I am interested, but I just didn't play it yet. So in her own reflection, and I am going to kind of guess a little bit with some of these because, oh, Critter Crash's auto chest. Oh dear, I'm either really going to like that or really going to hate it. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a guessing game here just because there's a lot of these I have not done yet, but I do plan on doing them. So we're gonna guess a little bit here. In her own reflection then is Nautica's character story event with a grid-based battle event gameplay. That's what I was saying. It's kind of more like a strategy game. So far, even though I did have a gripe with the game being included, I think I'm very satisfied with it. I haven't finished it, but I'm very satisfied. Muldir's then, A Moment on the White Expanse, includes text adventure gameplay, and immediately I'm gonna say very satisfied even though I haven't done it because seeing text adventure gameplay makes me very excited. Like I'm like what if we just did Muldir's like right now? Like I think I might end up liking Muldir's gameplay better than Nautica's, quite frankly, in terms of like the character story gameplay. Ooh, no. You got me there. You got me there. All right, I'm gonna say neutral for Critter Crash. Because, like I said, it could go one of two ways with Critter Crash. When the alarm sounds, I haven't done, so I'm not gonna, that's a more end game focused event, so I haven't done it. Pre-Storm Protocol is survival and exploration gameplay. I am going to say neutral on that one just because I actually don't think I'm going to like the gameplay for Pre-Storm Protocol. I'm not a big survival gameplay girly. I try to play survival games here and there just because I play a lot of different indie games. And so if there's a survival game that's really popping off and it looks like something I might enjoy, I will try it out, but I tend to not love them. So I don't think I'm actually going to like the Pre-Storm Protocol gameplay. And I've been thinking about this since the thing, like since we got the like patch notes, I've been thinking about this. I'm like, I'm not gonna like Pre-Storm Protocol, but I know Enigma and Ulrich are involved and I want to play it for them. But also I was talking about earlier how I feel like the content of this version isn't as enticing. I'm not like chomping at the bit to get to it. And I think that's part of it, is that I don't really love, I've heard so many bad things about Critter Crash, and then Pre-Storm Protocol, I knew it was survival gameplay, and I'm not a big fan of survival gameplay. So, Kendra's anecdote, I haven't done yet. So that's where we're at. I don't think anyone is surprised by this loadout here, especially looking at like the events themselves. I would be very satisfied with the character stories. I really want to start Muldirs now though. Text adventure sounds very enticing. Wouldn't it be funny if they didn't, maybe the reason why Nautica they're both just gut wrenching, and the reason why they gave Nautica a gameplay bit is because Muldirs is even worse in the terms of it being like depressing, and they just couldn't. I'd be curious if that's the reason why that Nautica got a game, because they're like, well, we have to put a mini game in one of them. They can't both be depressing. We have to put a game in someone's, and Nautica got it, I guess. Next page. How much of the new main story chapter version 2.8 have you experienced? I haven't experienced it yet, unfortunately. I look forward to it, but I'm very behind on the story and have been for quite some time, and so we're not doing that today. Question number 7, if you have not experienced this new main story chapter or have only cleared some parts of it, what is the reason for this? I'm just not. Characters are not underpowered. I am interested in the characters and the story. I am interested in viewing the story, which is why I am leaving it till later, because I want to give it its time. I don't want to just like skip through it. I have noticed the content, thank you. Battle stages I don't think are going to be too difficult. I am interested in the story content, so that's not it. I am playing other games and don't have time at the moment. That's probably the closest one. I plan to experience it when I have some free time, and I haven't finished previous main story chapters. I literally just haven't gotten to it yet, and I don't want to skip ahead and like ruin that for me. I want to be able to experience it how it's supposed to be experienced. So I just don't have the time to do it right now. I don't even think it requires too much time. I just don't have the time to get caught up with it right now. So next page. How much of In Her Own Reflection have you experienced? So this is Nautica's character story, and I have experienced part of it, but I haven't fully cleared it. I am going to lie on the survey and said I have done the same for Muldir, and you're just all going to have to live with it. Number 9, if you have not experienced In Her Own Reflection or have not fully cleared it, what is the reason for this? What is the... Interesting that they put I have not yet reached the level of story progress recommended for the event. And also because it wants you to do up to chapter 10. Yeah. They talk about the grid gameplay. You know, I do think I have to say I'm not very interested in grid-based gameplay on there, because that's not what's keeping me from doing it. It's just that I haven't had time yet. But I'm not really interested in the grid-based gameplay, and I think that's also part of why I think that they should have taken it out and just focused on the story, because I also just don't like the grid-based gameplay as much as because there's been some really fun mini games in character stories where I'm like, it like enhances it. This, I feel like I would have just preferred to have like visual novel only, or like throw in some combat stages, obviously, you know, but I feel like that is also adjacent to like a visual novel. I am busy with main story / other events, which technically is true, and I plan to experience it when I have some free time. Anyways, that's it. Next page. How much of a moment of the White Expanse, which is Muldir's character story, have you experienced? We're gonna say we've experienced part of it. Technically, I did her survey stage, so it's not a lie. Next page. All right, if you haven't experienced it, why? Busy right now with main story. Plan to experience it when I have some free time. I think like I said, I'm gonna love the text adventure gameplay. I love a text adventure game. I don't play a ton on the channel just because I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I think that it could make some people, like, I think some people would find it boring, so I haven't really covered a ton on the channel, but I would love to get into that. Similarly to how I've been incorporating more visual novels, I would love to incorporate text adventure. I'm very excited for this. Next page. Critter Crash. I only finished the tutorial that I gave. That's really funny. How great. How much of Critter Crash have you experienced? I didn't participate in it yet. So if you have not experienced it, why? Honestly, I think I should say I'm scared from what other players have been saying. There's no story content in this mode. Well, that actually makes it easy for us to do speedruns later. I'm not interested in auto chess. Unfortunately, I am interested in auto chess sometimes. I guess there are not enough rewards, / the rewards are not what I want, because I almost fully skipped it because I thought there was literally no rewards, but you do have to do this event. And we might, when I throw it in the event speedruns, I might end up not even wanting to do it because it's not, I don't use the twins, you know? Because I went through all the rewards and didn't even notice the garment. I'm just gonna say other. Can I say that the streets are saying it's bad and I'm scared? We'll just do the rewards one. We'll do that one. Sure. Because I'm like, I don't think it's worth it based on everything I've been hearing about it. All right, so next we have how much of When the Alarm Sounds have you experienced? I did not pay attention I did not participate into this event, and also technically I didn't really pay attention to it either because it is more end game focused. So next page, well, first of all, I'm not really interested in battle modes. Playing other games that don't have time, technically that would be the answer, because I'm not up to the stage where, because there's not a answer to say I haven't unlocked it. We'll just do that, sure. All right, how much of Pre-Storm Protocol have you experienced? I haven't yet, but I do plan on doing it. If you have not participated in or fully completed Pre-Storm Protocol, what is the reason? I'm not interested in survival gameplay. I'm not interested in this type of exploration gameplay. I'm not, quite frankly. And then where's the one that I'm busy? There's not one for being busy, so we're just gonna say we're not interested. I haven't experienced Kenjira's anecdote. I plan to do it later on because anecdotes do roll over to be unlockable later in the next patch. So other games don't have time at the moment. You know, the dispatch characters thing is kind of fun. The dispatch mode is easily overlooked. I do think actually that is correct. I just don't have time. I plan to do it later on. I was looking for the option of I plan to do this when I have free time and I couldn't find it. So number 20, how satisfied are you with the new characters in version 2.8? I am very satisfied with Nautica, Muldir, Ulrich, and Buddy Fairchild. I think each character, I'm satisfied with them for different reasons. One of the reasons I'm satisfied with Nautica and Muldir is because they're pretty. So they share that one. But I've already kind of gone on my spiel about how satisfied I am with all the characters in 2.8. I really liked everyone for different reasons. We never even did a kit review for Buddy Fairchild, but I think he's goofy and fun. Next page. Number 21, did you actively try to draw Nautica this time? I obtained Nautica. Yippee! Number 22, what was the main reason you tried to draw Nautica? First of all, I like the character's voice acting, appearance / personality. I do generally like 6-star characters. I like the character's plot and story. Interesting, I decided to draw this character based on information from other regions. I do think I have to select that as well because this is one of the characters that I bring this up from time to time, but the Chinese server of Reverse 1999 does get content about 6 months before we do. So I believe they are just now getting teasers, I think for 3.2, if I'm not mistaken, whereas we are going into 3.0 later this week. So they're about, give or take, like 2 patches ahead, which I don't necessarily think is 6 months, but also we've had some condensed patches in order to get us caught up enough with the Chinese server so that we could do the Assassin's Creed collab together. That was kind of why we had some really short patches, and like they cut some weeks off of the global server schedule in order for us to be caught up to a certain extent where we could do that at the same time. Because for those of you who don't know, the Assassin's Creed patch was done it doesn't have an official patch number because it was done at the exact same time on global and the Chinese server, so it doesn't really get a patch number because, like I said, Chinese server is on like 3.1 or 3.2 or something, whereas we are still on 2.8. So like it kind of makes sense. But this was a character I had seen teased from the Chinese server, and I loved her immediately. So yes, I think that information from other regions definitely did it. Next page. So what was the main reason you tried to draw Nautica? And they don't include the other server regions. Oh, so you have to rank them in the order of appearance. So I would like to give her story the main one, the number 1, but that was something I did not fully learn until later on. And also, this is not everything I picked. All right, I think it's appearance, then we'll do story, personality, and I couldn't care less about combat ability / lineup. I've said it before, I don't care how meta a character is. I care that they're pretty and lore relevant, and Nautica is both. Next page. Did you actively try to draw Muldir? I did not because I was pulling for Nautica, but we might do pulls after this. Really close to it. Okay, so what was the main reason you didn't try to draw Muldir? Let's call me out. I'm waiting for other new characters to be released, first of all. I guess it would be based on information from other regions as well. But also just the fact that she's going to standard, I'm like, I'll get her eventually. I got Lopera. I lost my 50-50 to Lopera for Nautica, so Can I say I went to hard pity for Nautica? And that's why I'm not pulling Muldir? You know what? Let's do it. Pulled a different... We'll say was pulling for a different character instead. All right. Should I say that I went to hard pity? No, I won't. Next page. So what was the main reason you didn't try to draw Muldir? And now we have to rank these ones as well. It's none of these, actually. So I guess I'll just... Please rank the options you have selected in order of importance. I didn't do any of these. Can I just hit next page? I gotta do one of them. Next page. All right, let me just check off something. All right, 27. What's your overall satisfaction with following contents in version 2.8? So we're talking about the garments now. I really liked Lucy's Queen's Game garment, even though I didn't get Lucy. I really liked that garment. I literally said, if I get Lucy, I will immediately buy this, and I didn't get Lucy, so I didn't buy it. But Recoletta's, I was satisfied with. I don't have Recoletta. Kibarina's, I was very satisfied with. I think she's so cute, and I'm actually also satisfied with... I'm very satisfied with Ulrich's garment, and I'm just satisfied with Jessica's. I've talked about Jessica's tarot card garment before. She got the garment for the Lover's tarot card, and if you did not know, all of the tarot card garments are based on actual real-life tarot cards. And they've done some really good matchups of like characters getting a specific tarot card, and then the design that they give them is also really good. There's a specific one that was announced, I think, for 3.2 for Chinese server very recently, and I think it is superb. Everything about it is just amazing, and I can't wait for us to get it on global so I can geek out about it, because I do enjoy tarot cards. I do have 2 sets of tarot cards. I know my way around a deck of cards. Is the deck of cards still gonna call me out at any given opportunity? Probably, but I do know my way around a deck. So I don't think the Lovers... I think they just had to give the Lovers to somebody, because I'm pretty sure they're doing it based off all the major arcana. And yes, it is not lost on me that it is arcana, all right? It's not lost on me. But that's literally what the cards they're basing these off of. They're called the major arcana, because with tarot cards, you have the major arcana and the minor arcana. The minor arcana are like the cups and the swords and things like that. I think that's at least what they're called. But then the major arcana is the Lovers and, you know, the Tower. I'm just gonna leave y'all with that one. But I don't think Jessica was the right character to put on this card. I genuinely don't think we have anyone in reverse that would have worked on this card canonically, because the Lovers card is generally a couple, and I don't think we have any canon couples in this game that would have worked on there. Is there plenty of ships? Sure. Yeah, they exist. Canonically, though, I don't think anyone could go on the Lovers card. And also, I don't know what they would do. 2 characters. So there was a lot going on there, but I think it's a very pretty card, and they made the best of what they could. I think they just needed to put somebody on the Lovers card, quite frankly. Anyways, next page. Number 28. What is your interest level in the character garments sold in version 2.8? I purchased 1. I was going to purchase Ulrich's, but the reason, basically, I only purchase garments, even if I have the character, I only purchase it either if I really, really, really enjoy it, or if they're a character that I use very frequently. So when we got the garment patch with Argus and Barcarola, I used both of those characters very frequently. And so I bought both of the garments from that version at the same time, because I was like, I mean, I use these characters all the time, and I still use them all the time, and I enjoy having their little garments so much. I got Keparina's because that is my daughter, and again, I use her all the time with Barcarola, actually. So I got her little garment, and I love it, but I was gonna get Ulrich's. I really like Ulrich's. In fact, it's probably one of my favorites. It's up there with Lucy's. Lucy's and Ulrich's garments are probably my favorites from this patch. But I don't have Lucy, and I have not used Ulrich since I got him. So we're gonna leave that one there. How satisfied are you with the new purchasable packs and version 2.8? I have no impression, and I did not pay attention to them. Even in the recap video, did not pay attention. Next page. What's your preferred language when playing Reverse 1999? English for both. I love the English voiceover for this game. I think it is done so well with like the accents and getting voice actors who actually speak the languages of the characters where they come from. I think that's really cool. So I will continue to play in English. Next page. 31. How satisfied are you with the localization quality? I am very satisfied with the story translation. I always am. I think it's always so good. I was talking about this last night actually while playing Nautica's character story, is that even how it's written in English is so pretty. I was likening it to like translated fiction. I know a lot of people, translated fiction is not their cup of tea. What is translated fiction? It's basically a subcategory used in like publishing and selling books, where it is exactly what it sounds like. It is a work that has been translated into English for the English market. And some of my favorite books are actually translated fiction, interestingly enough. And I had this epiphany last night while playing through part of Nautica's character story. I was like, oh, this is just translated fiction at this point, and I'm loving it. Like, this is, I think part of this is written, I consider myself a pretty decent writer, first of all. That is one thing I will stand on that. I think parts of this Nautica's character story are written better than I know myself to write. I think it's written beautifully. And this is not the first time I've said this about a reverse story. So I'm very satisfied with the story translation. System text translation, I would say satisfied. Sure. The UI, satisfied. Yeah, I haven't had any problems with it. Voice acting, very satisfied. We love the voice acting in this game so much. So I will say I'm very satisfied with the voice acting. Next page. Let us know your thoughts on the quality of the localization. You may skip now if you don't have anything to add. I don't want to write. I just said I'm a good writer. And I don't want to write everything I just said, but it's done so well. It really is. And I also don't really know how to articulate what I just said in like a written form. Next page. Interesting. What is your overall impression of Blue Epoch as a company? Now, I forgot to say it in the beginning of the video, so I will probably, you guys will see the clip, but I did forget to say it earlier, so I'm gonna have to record it after this. I am a little biased in this regard. I am a creator with Blue Epoch in reverse 1999, so I'm a little biased. I feel inclined to say very satisfied, but I've had no problems with them. I actually am very satisfied. I have a very good impression of Blue Epoch, but I will say I am biased. All right, I'm biased. I am not being paid to say that I'm very satisfied. I would be very satisfied even if I wasn't biased for that. Like, I'm digging myself into a hole. I'm not being paid to say I'm very satisfied, all right? But I do receive compensation from them, so I feel like I'm biased. Even if I didn't, I still am very satisfied with this company. Next page. Gonna answer that one, okay. And we have the text box. I don't put things in the text box. I am the worst. Is there anything else you would like to tell us about your current in-game experience? Please enter your feedback here. It will play a very important role in helping us improve the game. You may skip now and submit the survey if you don't have anything to add. I don't remember half the things I said in this video, so we're just gonna submit my survey. Yay! Submitted successfully! Yay! I guess we go back to the game now. Yeah. All right, wrap it up. Let's go wrap it up. And I gotta go record that clip I didn't record earlier. All right, I got my survey gift. I forgot Blue Epoch gives clear drops when you finish the survey. Yeah, I was right to say I was very satisfied with Blue Epoch. I forgot they do that. So, I did say I was thinking about pulling Muldir just a little bit. I forgot I have to build August. My bad. All right, should we do it? I think we should do it. I can't do a 10 pull. What is my pity looking like? Oh, fresh off from Kip Arena. All right. Okay. July. Interesting. Wow. I didn't know it was that bad. Have I really not pulled for a character since July? I'm trying to remember like because we had the Assassin's Creed patch. I got Kip Arena pretty early. Yeah. Okay, so we had the Assassin's Creed patch and those were limited. Okay, yeah, that makes sense now. Okay. Because this was the very end of July and the very beginning of August is when we started the Assassin's Creed patch. That went through all of August, essentially, in part of September, and then part of September and October, right? Yeah, okay, this makes sense. This makes sense. No, don't worry about it. I think it would be fun to have Muldir. I'm gonna do 3 polls. Oh, it's the twins. God. They're like, hey, you want to get us that garment, don't you? Right? Right? God. Let me see what I have in the bank, actually, before we go all in on this. Oh, I can buy 2 unilogs. Sick. Should have saved for 37. Anyways, I wanted to do 3 polls, so I now have 3 unilogs to do this with. I might do more. We'll see. Poltergeist. Happy Halloween. And then we have a white gold Sputnik. Aliens. We got the twins, Poltergeist, and aliens. I feel like that's very fitting. All right, we'll use that pity later. That is, we'll let Nautica finish. She does talk a lot. I think it's cute though. Again with the mother spirit. So I guess that belief comes back then. All right, that is it for this video. We haven't done a survey video in a while, but I feel like it was good. We had a good time, right? Oh, let's say we did. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. In the comments down below, let me know cordially, nicely, keep it classy. Let me know your thoughts on 2.8. How we feeling? Do you disagree with me on anything? Keep it classy though. Do you agree with me? Always open to that one. But as always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. I'm gonna go record that clip I need to record for this video, and I will see you all in my next video, which hopefully will be the stuff for 3.0. Anyways, bye guys!